1, 2, 3. We're live.
we were counting something on the side, but now we're live with you.
Happy CLUB1040 Day. Today is a significant day for Matt and I, for CLUB1040.
And for you.
And for you, our partners. We want to celebrate everything that you have accomplished in 29 years. In fact, we've had partners that have been behind us for the last 29, 29 years.
Yep.
And so everything that you're going to hear about, the student that you're going to get to meet today, you're going to get to see the fruit of what you've invested in. And we're so excited for who you're going to meet today. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. And before we introduce you to Krystel, we wanted to say thank you already today. There's been 3.5 scholarships.
Yes.
So 3.5 students have been scholarshiped. And what does that mean? What is a scholarship? As you know, today is CLUB1040 Day. And one of the things that CLUB1040 does, we train leaders. We train, we mobilize, train, mobilize, and inspire. And training leaders is where we partner with Bible College. And this is our 5th live today. We're doing, I think, we were counting, so we don't know,
yeah.
like 10 lives today, something like that. And this is the 5th one. And we went back and talked about with the Bible College in Nigeria and how there's 6,600 enrolled students across 11 campuses, but that would have never happened if it wasn't for you as partners. We talked to Alan and Claire Morton in the UK, and they talked about church planning and about how training leaders is important for church planning and how they're looking in all the churches that have been planted. We talked about that, but then also looking at the next decade and 25 churches being planted. We talked to the Capels who are based in North Carolina, but they work as volunteers helping to train leaders through the internet in our teams in the Middle East, North Africa region, the MENA region. And so we've been looking at all these different things, and all of that comes together to really celebrate what you've done. But then also we point to what's happening next. And this Friday, what's happening?
This Friday, you guys, is so significant what you are getting ready to do. You're getting ready to start the first Bible school with us in the Middle East. And what a significant opportunity this is. And there's 90 students that are registered and are coming on Friday, passionate about the Lord, passionate about being trained as leaders. And most of them are Arabic speaking, which is so significant because, you know, in this region, in 22 nations that we're over in the Middle East, North Africa region, what we call MENA region, it's mostly Arabic speaking. And so that's significant. These are going to be 90 potential leaders that will be able to go into this unreached area, this 1040 window, and be able to preach the gospel. And as we know, once everyone hears in this area, I believe the Lord is going to be able to return. And so it's a significant opportunity.
Yeah. So today's about celebrating you and what you've accomplished through CLUB1040 over these 29 years. And then also really highlighting the Bible College launching this weekend with 90 enrolled students. And
3.5 sponsored already.
Yes. And so as we go from here through the rest of the year, our main project for CLUB1040 is to have 100 scholarships for the Bible College here. I mean, can you imagine having a desire to be trained? You're a young person like Krystel, who we're going to meet in a minute, and your life's been transformed through being introduced to the gospel, but you're willing to be trained to actually make your life count, you know, to influence.
Eternity.
Yeah. To influence literally thousands of people for all eternity. And the only reason you can't go is because of money. What a silly reason that is. You as partners, you make it so that barrier is removed and they're able to go. So let's bring Krystel in and let's meet her, because not only is she an enrolled student at Raymond Bible Training College for this weekend, but she is also a major important part of the team here. And I want you to hear her story.
There she is. Hi,
hello. Hello, hello.
So Krystel, tell us a little bit about, you know, your story. We've known you now, has it been 3 years now or 2.5 years?
Exactly. It's 2.5, 2 years. Yes.
It's
Wow.
crazy. It feels like a whole lifetime in those 2 years.
Right.
It's like your family.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell us, how did you come in contact with the team, and just tell us a little bit of your journey and your story and what God's done in your life.
Honestly, I want to start by thank you for having me. And this is a big opportunity for me to show everyone why they need to be part of this. I'll tell you a little bit about my story. So I started being a girl that didn't wanted Jesus at all, didn't have anything to do with him until I decided one day to listen to a friend of mine that invited me to church. And the second I entered the church, I was crying. Like that was the most time I cried in my life. And that's when I knew that there's something between me and Jesus that needs to happen. And honestly, Joseph, that everyone's gonna meet in a bit, is a friend of mine that I started my journey with him, and he helped me so much with my Christian track, like with my relationship with Jesus. And he brought me to church, and I was hopeless. And I knew that there was something in me that I need to put it somewhere, but I didn't know where to put it. I was wondering if where can I put the values that I have somewhere that can be valued. Like I don't want my gifts to go somewhere unvalued. And that's where I met the team. And now I know that God brought these values to be complementary to the team's values too, and to the team's gift too.
Amazing. So I mean, not only has your life been transformed personally, and I want to hear a little bit more how it's been transformed, but also through you, your life is transforming and helping other people. Tell us first, how your life is different now than it was, and maybe some of the experiences you've had along the way, and then also how God is using you in other people's lives.
Amazing. So one of the things that uh, I always sensed since I was a kid is that I usually like to have friends. I really like social life. So whenever I knew Jesus, and you know that whenever you know Jesus, you cannot just stop talking about him. You want everyone to know about him. Everyone needs to see the change. Like, hey, it's me. Jesus changed me. Look at me, guys. So I used to work at McDonald's. I used to work there, and I was asking the Lord, like, why are you keeping me at McDonald's? Like, what is happening? Until I met a lot of people there, and my life, whenever I changed, my character, whenever it's changed, the love that I was sharing, the help that I was sharing, the wisdom that he gave me to speak the right words, brought my friends from different backgrounds. And whenever I say different background, like some of them are Christian, some of them are Muslim, and they all knew Jesus. And now they are part of the volunteer team, and they are part of the Bible school that I'm going into. Studying with my friends, like in a Bible school, was a dream that I never thought about. Even when I first heard of Rema, and when I first heard of the Bible school, I was like, okay, I'm going to the Bible school, but am I going alone? And then everyone jumped and was like, I want to know Jesus more. I want to know him more. Let me go to this Bible school.
I love that. And I'm sure people are listening, and
Elia is on, Pamela is on, B is on. I mean, everybody's sitting here cheering you on. That's
My
who
mom
you
is
are.
on,
Your mommy's on? Oh my
and my
God.
sister. Yeah.
I love seeing them on here. But that's who you are, Krystel. I mean, there's no place that you don't go that you don't. People just want to see the light that's in you shining everywhere, and they want to be part of what you have. And so I love that they're all celebrating you on here. This is awesome.
so you've been a part of the team for about a year, a little bit more, and you've been working so hard. You are a hard worker.
Mhm.
Not only a hard worker, but you're a great leader. It's one of the things we just recognize in you is that God is raising you up as a strong woman leader. You're a gatherer of others. We see that in you. You are bold with your influence on other people's lives in a very positive way. And I love all of that. I love the fact that you have experienced things like, for those that are watching for the first time today, this is our 5th live, and we've talked with a number of different people. And then the last one, Julie and I were just talking about our family and showed some pictures from the early days and all that. And we talked about our son, Jonathan, and our daughter, Elizabeth, and how they're still involved in ministry. And I wanted to mention Michelle, our daughter-in-law, daughter-in-love, we say. She is another strong, bold woman leader. And she led the beautiful 1040 team this last May over here. And one of the things that happened is there was a meeting of women leaders of 153 women, I think, from 47 churches. And you were able to share what God had done in your life in that meeting. Tell us a little bit about the experience of hanging out with all those women and the team and all of that, and how that experience was for you.
One of the things that I used to struggle with is to have women friends, to have girl friends during my life. But whenever I knew Jesus, I was starting to see the gifts in them and how I need to talk to them, that there's no jealousy anymore. There's me pushing them. I want to see them grow. I want to see them go further. And being part of Beautiful 1040 is another experience to me. Like, there's a lot of cultures together under one culture, which is the kingdom culture. Everyone was loving everyone. Everyone was helping everyone, different culture together and united by heart. Sharing my testimony during this event reminded me of where I've been, what I went through, and where I am now. And what was the reason why I was some places? What did God do with me, and what did He taught me during these places? Like, for example, I was working at McDonald's. I was part of the management of McDonald's. And I was asking myself, like, why I'm still here. And God taught me how to be organized, how to lead, how to manage, how to talk to every person, and how to see the gift in each one of them. So being part of Beautiful 1040 opened my eyes and heart for women that I always had the heart for. To see these young adults, girls standing up and talking and being healthy, mentally healthy, and having the love of Jesus.
I love that so much. It's so important that in this region that we see, strong, bold women leaders who are filled with the love of God and the power of God. And like you said, that's a testimony in itself that, you only know if you know, like, the culture here and Middle Eastern women and Lebanese women and stuff and everything, that, like, I'm not jealous, I'm helping other people. That's huge. That's the love of God that's changed your heart for sure.
Exactly, yes.
Krystel, you're doing a phenomenal job teaching in a grow group. Just hearing the word come from you and how you see the word and then how you communicate it to others has been amazing. I've been able to be in your grow group. And so tell me what it means to you about going to Bible college. What is this going to do? What do you see for the future?
So the number one reason I want to be part of this is the consistency and commitment that this can give me, and the character shaping that this can give me. One of the things I really want to work on is the character shaping. I want to shape myself the way God wants me to be, so I can achieve my calling. Because I want to be like water, and I've said it once before, I want to be like water. Wherever He puts me, I can fit. And that's what I really want. And one other thing I really want to do is to learn some practical stuff, to learn the Word of God, to know how to teach, to know how to disciple. Because it's not only about being in class. Like, I'm going to share this with my family. I'm going to share this with my new friends. I'm going to share this everywhere. So the Bible College will help me to understand how I need to do this.
That's so awesome. I'm just thinking right now, there's 3.5 scholarships out of the 100 that we're aiming at having by the end of the year that have already come in today. And we've just announced this really. And basically, tell the people out there who don't have any idea what it's like in Lebanon, using wise words, obviously, as you do it, but help them understand how challenging it is and how it being almost impossible for people to go to Bible college like this, especially for the numbers of people that we're talking about.
Well, honestly, if the people that are watching, they don't really know, but Lebanon went through a lot of things. We had this Beirut blast in Lebanon that devastated a lot of people, a lot of buildings, and we are going into a financial crisis in Lebanon too. But I know that God has a purpose, and I know that God will help everyone who needs to be in this Bible school to be at this Bible school. And everyone who is watching, everything that you're doing is the seed that you're putting, and you're going to see the harvest in 2 years. You're going to see people going into other countries. You're going to see people pioneering churches, pioneering Bible schools everywhere. Because I know most of the people that I know are being part of this Bible school. I can see the gifts from now, and I can see the heart behind it, how they are seeing the vision, not they are seeing the present. They are seeing the vision, and they are running after it, and they are asking God questions like, where do you want me to be? Wherever you want to, I will go. I will leave everything, and I will go wherever you want to. And giving an opportunity for these students to go and learn and fulfill their calling is a big thing. It's a big dream. And I will start by myself. It's a big dream for me going into this Bible school that I always heard of, and I never thought that we will have it in Lebanon.
That's so cool. You're a gatherer of people, but you're also a mobilizer of people. You get people into like you just said, you said several times, I can see the gift in people. And I love that about you. It's something we want every one of our team members to see, be able to see the gifts in others. We talk about it like it's gold, like God has placed gold in people's lives. And just like in the natural, it takes moving a lot of earth to sometimes get a little bit of gold, but it's worth it. It's so precious and valuable. And that's the way we want to see every person, no matter how much, rock and stone and things we have to move. We do whatever we can to get to that gold. And so tell a little bit about your thinking when it comes to getting people involved in volunteers, and maybe give a couple examples of that.
Yeah. I was once asked, like, who do you choose to be a volunteer? And my answer was, everyone is a volunteer. It's our job to know where to put the people, because everyone has a gift. In everyone, there's diamonds that we need to look at, to shape, to put under pressure, because even the diamond, like the real diamond, they are under pressure usually, so they can be shaped like a diamond. So there's gifts in everyone. All we have to do is to identify the things they can do fast, they can learn fast, they can get trained over fast, and that's how we put people into position. I can identify my friends that I go out with every day, I have the cup of coffee with every day. I got to know them, and I identified their gifts, what they're good at. Some of them are good in practical things, some of them are good in things that we need to learn, train. All of them have things to put. Like, I'm gonna give an example. Pamela is a friend of mine. Everyone knows Pamela. Beatrice is a friend of mine. Elia is a friend of mine. All of them are my friends, but all of them are different. Like Pamela, she's a genius in financial stuff. Beatrice, she's a fast, multitasking woman. And Elia is a very fast guy that whatever we ask for, he can get it, and he can get it done very fast. And he has this smart strategies always. So identifying these things in people can help them put their gifts in the kingdom of God. Because we don't have to stop this. We have to develop them and develop their gifts.
That's awesome. I could just sit here and listen to you talk forever. I'm going to ask you another question, but before I do, I want to just pause for a minute and tell people how they can help scholarship people.
Just like Krystel.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting to meet Krystel, but there's like 90 or 98 more students. 89. Sorry, my math is off. I need Pamela here to help me. But there are 89 more students just like Krystel that you guys can be part of in scholarshiping, sponsoring to start this Friday. They're registered, ready to rock and roll. So it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's a big faith step. So the scholarships, it covers everything from, and it enables us to be able to rent the venue, enables us to be able to get all the tables and chairs and all that. We're using a temporary venue to begin with until we can find a permanent venue, which we've got 2 or 3 of them that we've been seriously looking at. And as soon as the resources come in, we'll be able to do that. There's,
electricity, lights, admin, paper even. And
some of the team members, the staff, all that stuff, all the things that make it happen is basically what the scholarship goes to. So as you sponsor a student, you're sponsoring the launch of the first Rhema Bible Training College in the Middle East. And what a great thing that is. And, Krystel, you've not been in Bible college yet, but you've been a part of a church and you've given yourself fully to this church, which is a great church. It happens to be, we started it and turned it over to other pastors. So it's a great church. But in your valuable part of the team, you get discipled through those processes. But my experience is that 2 years of devoting yourself to a Bible college like this is like going to church for 20 years. So, the little X on the machine on our branding here is talking about multiplication. And, the Lord spoke to us that no small dreams in 2023, and that this is a year of multiplication, and that God is multiplying us in ministries and teams and in resources. And so I'm just believing, and I can see in you already that you are positioned so that your time at the Bible college is going to multiply exponentially what God's done in the last 2 years. In the next 2 years will be like 20 years. Amen. And you will not even recognize yourself at all 2 years from now.
Yes. There's going to be women just like Krystel, Arabic speaking, and we need Arabic speaking women that are strong and bold, that will be able to go into these Middle Eastern nations. And, I'm excited for your future. I know that God has great things, and it's exciting to see what's happening.
Yeah. So you want to be a part of it, connect and get involved with the scholarships. Let's go from 3.5 to 5, because I have inside knowledge that there is we have 5 scholarships graphic that's just waiting to be posted by somebody in the team.
I want all 90 sponsored.
But let's start with the 5. So we just need 1.5 more.
Krystel and I were praying yesterday, and we see them all paid for. This is going to be the easiest thing that's going to happen. Yeah. So I'm ready for 90 students to be scholarshiped. I mean, wonderful people like Krystel. Yeah. I mean, thank you, Krystel, for being with us today and sharing your story. I wish I could just take you and show you to everybody that we know. And thank God you're able to do this with us.
Thank you for
Zoom.
Being willing to go speak to the masses this way. So just real quickly, it's $78 a month times 24 months, or it's a one-time donation of any amount that will go towards that scholarship and help us. That's why we have 3.5 right now. Or you can give of any amount per month. It's $78 per month for 24 months, does a whole scholarship. But if you give $10 a month for 24 months, that's part of a scholarship. And if a bunch of people do that, it will add up to the $78 per month. So the way to find that is to go online, CLUB1040.com. You can see there the project, Lebanon College project, or you can text. If you're in the States, you can text the word that's going across the screen there, Lebanon 1040 to 71777. And you can pull up the little link. You'll get a link sent to you if you text that. You click on that, and it will go through, and you can choose the number of scholarships, the number of months, how much you want to give, one time or multiple times. And yeah, let's go from 3.5 to 5. So
I want to say thank you to your mommy who's watching. We're so proud of your Krystel. Thank you for letting her be part of everything that we do. And we'll give her a big hug and a kiss. So thank you. I can't wait to see her online. I'm going to look for her.
And next we get next at the top of the hour, which is 9 a.m. Central Time. Our next conversation is going to be with Reverend Tony Cook, who was just here. You were in Turkey with him, and then he came here as well. And then also he's going to be coming and teaching one of the Bible college weekends. We've confirmed that. So thank you so much, Krystel. We appreciate you. Thank you for all the work that you're doing. And thank you to you who are helping. One of the number one ways you can help us, doesn't cost anything, is to share this and share it with people that you think might want to know how to get involved. You can be a person that connects someone with the resources to be able to be a scholarship provider, and then just share it wide and share it far. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Until 9 a.m. Central Time. So at the top of the hour is our next one. It's with Reverend Tony Cook.